Hello, and welcome to episode 62 of the Cooler Guild. I'm Coop Cooper, and joined with me, as always, is my co-host, Van Crisp.
Hello.
We're recording on Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. I don't know where the time has gone. On today's episode, we're going to be going over the Raids' really unfortunate result at their home opener at Lumen against Utah. I wish I was Utah this time instead of at least I'm not Utah. But before
That's something I've never heard you say before.
I know. You know what? Not worth it though. Those jersey sponsors, not worth it. But before we get into this show, we got some housekeeping to take care of.
The Cooler Guild is part of the Sounder at Heart podcast network. You can either listen to us on our public feed, or if you're a Sounder at Heart subscriber, on the private unified feed with the other podcasts on the network. If you'd like to become a subscriber, just visit our page at sounderatheart.com/the Cooler Guild. New subscribers get 10% off the normal rate, and you'll help support everything we're doing.
So what's been going on?
Oh, now I'm going down to Portland to see my sister next weekend, so got tickets to they're having a women's sports film festival.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm going to go see the Brittany Griner documentary with her and Victoria.
Cool.
Yeah. They're also playing Reggae Girls, and I'm hoping I can catch that about the Jamaican women's national team.
That's cool.
But yeah, I went up to this game, which sucked.
Sucked bad.
Yep. About you?
Bad as it gets. Well, speaking of Portland, I made I would say a stupid decision, peer pressure, also known as bullying. I was a victim, and I signed up for the half marathon in Portland.
Oh, did you?
I did. And
when is that?
It's in October.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
It's like October 4th or something, but I was like, I'm not doing the half marathon in a city I hate. That's just stupid. You are. And now I am. My friend texted me because she started a team or whatever. So I joined it, and then another friend who was pressuring me before that was just like, I heard you're gonna agree to do the half marathon in your least favorite city. Yeah, I am. All right. Maybe there'll be an injury though before that, and I won't have to do it.
Should I do it?
That's your call. I will say the name of our team is the Meowathoners.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Fun.
Yeah, there were suggestions of running in cat ears. I won't be partaking in that.
No, just a cape.
Yeah, oh God, I can't escape the capes. Okay, let's get into the game. The Rain lost on Sunday, 3-0. Really fucking bad. It
sucked too. They're playing on the grass. The weather was beautiful. It was set up to be a great actual home opener.
Do you think that makes it a trap game?
I mean, we could make any excuse for it to be a trap game, but
it was Utah. I feel like in theory that should be good.
Yeah.
Easier, but they look good with finishing at least.
Utah?
Yeah, they looked dangerous when they had their chances, and they looked ready to punish any little mistake, which they did.
Yep, they sure did.
Let's get into what do you want to kick this off with? Because this sucks.
I'll start with the Harvey stat, and then we should get into the game, and then we can go over the news and notes after.
Okay.
They did announce before the game, it was Laura Harvey is now the first coach in NWSL history to coach 250 games across all competitions for a single club. She's coached 11 seasons total with the Rain.
And won several shields with that.
Yep. No championships yet, though.
No champ. We're waiting. We need it.
I have a feeling we might be waiting a little longer.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Yeah, so 3-0 loss. The first goal was in the first minute.
About as bad of a start as you could get.
Yeah, and it was on a terrible defensive mistake. I was really confused. I forgot that Paige Monahan got married.
Mm-hmm.
Because I kept saying
Mob didn't. No. Front Mob did. They also still have hers. Yeah, they still have hers Monahan.
But yeah, scored in the first minute, and then another goal in the 7th minute. Just bad defensive mistakes. And then to just end the first half, they got another goal in the first minute of stoppage time. Yeah,
and the most dangerous score in soccer is 2-0. So I was like, let's just get to half. I feel like this team could find a way to get 2 goals, but three's putting yourself in a real bad hole.
Yeah. We made a couple halftime bets if they could come back.
They didn't.
I was gonna buzz my head. Yeah, and It was, and then Charles was going to wear a wig to the next game. That was
unfortunately.
The incentive was they apparently did not take that bait.
No.
It was just started off bad. What worked? Not a whole hell of a lot. They tied the second half, right? They didn't give up any goals in the second half, which was an improvement from the first half. I'm really reaching here for this one.
I was like, I didn't put anything in what worked.
Darlene got a decent chunk of time and she looked good coming back from injury.
Yeah.
That's promising, at least. Was there anything else you saw?
No. Truly no. I mean, I'll have my final thoughts of where I think maybe it's not the end of the world, but nothing worked.
I will add Sam Mezzo worked. But I feel like I'm just constantly glazing her for doing exactly what she does, which is perform every single game.
Yeah, we need that from everybody else.
Yeah.
So, because how good she is at everything gets overshadowed when you have a result like this.
Exactly. Let's get into what didn't work, other than most everything.
Do we think the new surface played a factor?
No, because the effort wasn't there.
Yeah.
I think it could have played a part in the first goal with Dickey not coming out for that ball that kept rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And there could be some unseen issues that played a part. But when your first touch is horrible, when you're not able to pass to feet, you can't. They play on grass at other stadiums. It's not like they've never played on grass before. So I think it's a cheap excuse. And the players enjoyed playing on it, from what I heard in the pressers. So I wouldn't take that into effect.
Okay, yeah. It's just something you have to wonder.
Yeah, it's a valid question.
Yeah.
I'm just not ready to give them any leeway on this crap game.
I mean, this is completely on them. They weren't ready at all.
No.
Whistle blows, you're not ready to go.
Nope.
And you don't regroup because 2 goals given up in the first 10 minutes. It's not good. It's not good enough. You can't put yourself in a hole that big.
No, you dig yourself really deep and then, set the tone for the match, which is not good.
With a team that's already kind of trying to get over their issues with scoring. Now you've set it up so that Utah can defend, which their goalkeeper, to her credit, I think had a really good game. And so did the Crossbar.
Crossbar had a great game.
Crossbar had a great game on both sides. It was extremely annoying. This result to me was all of the pundits, writers, whoever who have been doubting the Reign. This is exactly what they this is what they thought the team is. That they thought that this team was capable of stuff like this. And I hate that.
Yeah, that sucks. But at the same time, teams can have one-off games. Sure, we've had 2 one-off games, but I don't think this was characteristic of what we've seen so far from most of these players. I
just feel for the first game at Lumen, this is this is a really especially bad look.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's not good at all.
Other things that didn't really work, finishing chances, as I kind of already mentioned. We had chances. So I don't know. Is that a good thing? Maybe, but they have to find a way to finish those. It's still early in the season, so maybe that gets worked out.
It'll get worked out.
How long have we been saying that? just
I know.
It can be full of hope and stuff, but we have to see results and consistency, because that you don't have this kind of room for error once it comes to the playoffs.
No, we're a long ways away from the playoffs, though.
I know, but I don't want to see this.
And it's easy to
spiral,
just like after the Portland game, to spiral.
Yeah.
But you take a look at the table. Reign are still in 4th place.
Yeah, they've given themselves a buffer,
and they're taking full advantage of that. Sure.
Seize the moment.
And Utah's not a bad team.
No,
Utah has historically been a bad team, but they've consistently gotten better and better. So I was surprised that it was this bad, but I wasn't necessarily shocked that it was Utah that could come up with that result.
Yeah, I think their desperation and maybe, I don't know if desperation is the right word, but their desires to prove that they're a real team this year, I think, are pretty strong. And they're not trying to get walked over like they did last time.
And we've been singing Tanaka's praises for a while, and she really showed up this match.
Yeah, they've got a lot of really good pieces, and they seem to be having chemistry between it all. So
it's not like you got beat by Lost Nation, right?
True. Save that for later, I guess.
There were a couple of like technical things. The Reign didn't win first and second balls. There was a lack of a sense of urgency to come to the ball instead of letting the ball come to them. And they got taken over many, many times waiting for the pass. And Utah was just better at attacking the ball and taking those slow passes off before they got to the destination. It was one of those things where it just all looked lazy.
Do you think that's I think there's no excuse for that when these are professional athletes in the NWSL, but do we think that the break that we had is that a factor in that?
No, everybody had a break.
Yeah. I don't disagree. It
could mean that the team needs to figure out how to change that mentality in training after breaks.
Yeah. Because it's coming up again. Another break's going to be coming up again. So
maybe they'll learn from this.
Maybe.
The defense, man.
Just out of sync. Completely out of sync.
It was weird.
Yeah. It's usually what we're so solid at.
It was very, very uncharacteristic on multiple fronts. Claudia Dickey especially. I don't know if she was sick. It looked to me like something was off. Like she was sick. Something happened in her personal life that was affecting her on the pitch. Like it seemed to me like something like that. There was a lack of focus.
Wonder if the pressure of the U.S. team's getting to her.
I don't think so.
It's hard. I think she could have done better, and at least, she could probably have done better on all of those goals. But there was the weird deflection on one of them where Fischler kind of got in on it. So that one I kind of give her a little bit of grace, or at least room for. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't her fault or whatever. The first goal, it was so quick with the start of the game that I can kind of also say that one was a little fluky.
No, she needed to come out for that.
She just wasn't ready. No one was.
Yeah, so I'm wondering why the lack of focus.
It's weird.
The player that really struggled was Madison Curry.
That was rough. It was super rough. I pulled up because I was curious and you could see it on the field how much she was just getting cooked. But I went and looked up some stats. She led the team in touches, but she still had the lowest passing percentage for starters. That's not going to win you a game.
Yeah. And she played that really bad back pass that led to the first goal. And
she's usually so crucial for our team. So yeah, if she's not performing, that's going to reflect very heavily in what the result is.
There's a curse.
Do you think there's a curse?
Either that or everyone simultaneously got broken up with the morning of the match.
Maybe I'm upset about Megan Thee Stallion getting cheated on.
Maybe that's why everyone was.
Yeah, that seems somewhat understandable, but
actually Jada and I talked about that before the game.
I can't believe people are fumbling. How do you fumble, mate? You have Megan Thee Stallion. What else do you need in life? That is the greatest success you could ever have. You fucking bum.
This is such a great takeaway from this match.
Yeah, I know. Takeaway is Klay Thompson, it's your fault.
Yep. Blame Klay Thompson.
Yeah, I mean, this is on the team, right? This is the players have to take responsibility for this and disaster. They do. Yeah, they do.
I also want to point out the midfield is still very much lacking.
They need a signing.
They do. I know that, and I still do want Sally Menti to be better in the midfield, but I just haven't seen it. She's lazy defensively. She's ineffective on the attack. It's just not getting any better for me, which is crazy because Adames didn't get minutes for the longest time because of her lack of defensive prowess. And yet you're letting Sally Menti on the field, who gets in the way every now and again, but honestly, it's just jogging, and it just doesn't make sense for me. And then throughout the first half and the second half, Harvey was having Meza and Menti switch sides in the midfield. Wherever the attack was seeming to be coming from the most, she'd send Sam Meza over there. And it's just like, it's hard to play effectively when you have a weak link. They just got to do better.
Yeah.
And they need to sign somebody.
Yeah.
Especially with Fishlock.
I mean, I said this to you at the beginning of the season. I said, is it a problem that they're going to be relying too much on Fishlock? And now we're in a situation where we can't rely on her right now. Hopefully her injury isn't.
You want to talk about the injury?
Yeah, we can talk about the injury. Something, she like kind of fell on it weird.
It was a freak thing.
Yeah.
Mercado's shot. She was trying to jump to avoid Mercado's shot, and the ball hit her foot as she was coming down, and so she landed really awkward on her ankle.
Just rolled the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Just kind of buckled weird. I don't know. It looked bad, and then her reaction afterwards was horrible. Yeah,
she sat on the pitch on her side, waving her arm up in the air, like, come on, and then they carted her off, and she got taken to get x-rayed.
They put an air cast on her, like, pretty much right away.
Yeah, which is good. Us oldies need that.
Luckily, it's not broken.
Yeah, Ryan came out yesterday with a update that she had x-rays and nothing was broken. And today Laura said she's had all the tests and it seems to be a soft tissue thing, and we'll don't have a timeline, but it's not broken, and it's probably not going to be a career-ending thing
for the last year of her career.
Yeah.
I mean, like, truly when that happened, I was just like, if she fucking broke her ankle, like, there's no way there's not a curse.
Yeah.
Because of the way that everything happened with Rapinoe too in the last game she played, I just felt sick to my stomach that this was like, it seemed like it was happening again.
Do you remember watching that in the car?
What?
That happened. We were driving up to Tacoma.
Were we in the car when that happened? I couldn't remember if we got to the pizza place yet.
No, we were in the car.
I mean, I was driving, so I did not watch it because I was driving the car.
I watched. Yeah.
What a fuck. God, it's not great. And it sounds like Bug also maybe picked up a new knock. It was a little vague. So her timeline's getting pushed out a little bit more too. Adames looked like she got hurt a bit at the end. They didn't say anything about her having any issues. It sounds like, I don't know if nobody asked or something like that. There's so many other people that we had to ask about.
I did see Bug jumping around making TikToks before the game though. So I doubt she'll be out that much longer.
Okay. Well, fingers crossed, because we desperately need her back. We desperately need a lot of things, it feels, after this kind of result.
Yep.
Thank you for listening to the Sounder at Heart Podcast Network, which now includes Nos Arietes, Lobbing Scorchers, and the Cooler Guild. We've been independent since August of 2023, but need your support to make sure it continues. Although this podcast is free, it's only made possible by your continued support. Memberships start as low as $25 a year, which not only helps make podcasts like this one happen, but also gets you access to everything we produce. If you're able to support us at higher levels, starting at $75 a year, you gain access to a host of other perks, most notably entry into our members-only Discord, where the smartest, funniest, and most engaged commenters share their thoughts and ideas. To find out more, just visit sounderatheart.com and click the subscribe button in the top right corner. Thanks for listening.
Well, I was going to move on to the presser.
Great. Okay, go for it.
Or as I coined it while I was sitting there, the depressor.
Oh, no.
I know, it was dumb. So they had Huerta and Ratcliffe come on, and, you know, they owned up to it. They weren't ready when the whistle blew. It's like a lot of toxic positivity, I feel like. It's like, when you lose, you have an opportunity to grow.
How long have we been saying that, though?
Yeah.
It gets a little old, and it gets a little, like, my skepticism kind of grows when I hear those things. I don't want them to sound defeated, because that doesn't seem like the solution either. But, yeah, I'm annoyed.
Yeah, I think they're all annoyed, and I think that you can expect that but not stewing on it and getting in the correct headspace to play in 5 days. I feel like it's a strategic,
it's important
move. And, Huerta said, with the team culture the way it is, there's not a lot of negativity after the match. Like Laura said, she was proud of the effort and they just wanted to move on and play in 5 days.
Okay.
So
we'll see how they play in 5 days.
Talking about needing to finish the opportunities they create.
Definitely.
Obviously. And one comment I thought that was really interesting was like, they kept playing those little passes, trying to move out, and then I can't remember who said this, but they said at some point you just have to hit it long. And they can do that when Darlene's on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Mercado even. She can get her in the right spot. But it was funny in Laura's press conference, she said it was crazy because they talked the last 2 weeks about how Utah is aggressive in their attack. And they didn't deal with it.
They didn't execute it, right? Like they supposedly prepared for it, but the execution wasn't there.
Yeah. They needed to get a goal because that could have shifted the momentum because goals change games. And she also said that the third goal was just a sucker punch.
Yeah. It was brutal to watch. I would hate to be the players and Laura after that kind of result.
Yeah, Laura seems frustrated too because she has to manage a lot of players with minutes right now.
It's not good.
So
it's a bad situation.
Yeah, it's not great.
The players that we would hope to be able to rely on, like Linby and Dolo. I know she's got her own stuff going on, and the team should support her through that. But that was somebody we made a move for, and I don't feel like there's been an adjustment made.
Right, to fill that spot.
To fill that spot. Mia Official came in, and unfortunately she got another knock. Now what? Darlene gets hurt. Now what? It's like one thing after another.
So deep though.
It's supposed to be, but yeah, I just don't know what they're supposed to do.
Sign an attacking midfielder.
A flashy one.
Yep.
It's got to be a big name.
I'm back to that. Score goals.
I'm back to that. That's what's needed. I don't care.
I'm in the same boat.
I mean, I see what the teams that are performing well and getting, big results are doing and what their rosters look like. And it's just we don't have that at all. And my frustration grows when stuff like this happens.
Yeah. They gotta pump the roster up. Got a lot of players on the roster that aren't playing, that are injured, or I don't know. It seems like we just got a lot of spots there that aren't being utilized properly.
And we got money.
Yeah.
From the Heidema stuff. What did you think of someone's comment about suggesting Ali Sentnor maybe should get traded? Would you take her?
No.
I knew you would say no. That's not what we need. I wouldn't be upset if they did that.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
I just think there's more pressing matters.
I just think that it's a very like for like with Meza. But she does create on the outside. I mean, with Meza in an attacking sense, not position wise. But yeah, I don't know.
They gotta start just figuring it out what their backup plan is. I mean, they should have had a backup plan. Here's the thing: Jess Fishlock wasn't getting any younger. I feel like there is a world in which they should have been if somehow something happens to her, we need to make sure we have some contingency plan. They
probably did, and they probably had Sally Menti as part of the contingency plan.
I just don't know if that's the strongest contingency plan.
It's not. It's a bad one.
Great. Well, do you have any final takeaways or thoughts?
My final takeaway is I hope this was a one-off. I hope they can get their shit together and come out and play on Friday. Because this should not be what the team looks like.
I'm so annoyed. We had so much like good momentum, and I knew going to this break it could be broken. And like, granted, the last game of that series wasn't super thrilling, but like part of me was like kind of worried about that momentum being lost. And not only was it lost, they shot themselves in the foot
3 times.
Sucks.
Pew pew pew.
I'm wondering when I need to hire a witch to
Etsy
lift.
witch.
How
much are Etsy witches? I've never looked at that.
I don't know. I don't think they're, depending on the witch you get, but I need maybe to do an investigation into if there is indeed a curse on the team, and then what can be done about it. So I don't know if that's going to entail some adventures to some covens,
Witchcraft.
but I'm starting to think maybe I need to look into this.
Spells by me at $10.
Is it like...
Or do we need extreme relationship repair spell?
Is there like a... Is there like
curse and hex removal. $3.50.
Yeah, I think
$3.50.
Okay. We'll see how things can progress, but if things get dire, I might have to dip in the pawn funds to pay a witch.
All $3 of it.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on from this fucking game, just like the players say they're going to do. And well, I guess before we move on to that, we have to award a cooler player of the match. The cooler player of the match is brought to you by the Doctor's Office, a great little 12-seat bar on Capitol Hill. The owner is a big fan of the rain and is proud to be our very first sponsor.
Well, this was a tough one. The Sam Meza glazing continues.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Sam Meza.
I'm sorry it's in this circumstance. I really am.
She's so good.
I just wish everyone else would step up to that as well. And sometimes we had these blunders, but then Dickie would save her asses last time, and then this time we didn't have that, so.
Correct.
Yikes.
But thanks again to the Doctor's Office. The Doctor's Office is the best place to grab a drink before or after a rain match. Make an appointment today. Or check out their Instagram at TDO Seattle. Or better yet, go drink there in person.
2 hours for you. Cheers.
Cheers.
There's some other NWSL games. Did you catch any of these?
I watched a couple of these, but I watched all of the recaps.
Okay, cool. Wow, really getting your work done. I didn't. The weather was really nice this weekend. I've still been dealing with some head problems, so it's just not great for me for screen watching.
Yeah,
but
understandable.
Yeah. Whoa, Louisville got a win over Orlando.
Yeah, they won 3-2.
That's a high scoring game.
Yeah. Lauren Millay scored an absolute banger right outside the top of the box.
I might have seen that one. I saw a couple of the goals pop up on Bluesky. I feel like that was maybe the one I saw. Yeah,
it was a banger. Barbara Banda, of course, scored both goals for Orlando. One in extra time in the first half and then another in the extra time in the second half. There's a couple games that had some pretty lackluster attendance this weekend, and that was one of them. Then there was another blowout. Washington Spirit beat KC 4-0.
Oh boy. This is what happens when you get too greedy.
Yep.
And also hire a coach who doesn't know anything about women's soccer.
Exactly. And also has a goalkeeper who is not good.
Corey Bethune. Come over here.
Seattle.
Come over here, please.
That's who we need. Trinity Rodman finally scored.
Love to see that.
After Lorena came out to grab a corner and just dropped it.
I was gonna say you're joking, right? But
no,
I know you're not at this point with the Lorena letting up 4 fucking goals. I know Spirit. This is what I was saying. Spirit's gonna get their shit together, but it's also like, are they getting their shit together, or is KC just really that bad? It seems like KC is really that bad.
I think both could be true.
Yeah.
Trinity Rodman also had an assist that was really good. So
we need her to get this going for next year. So
exactly. Gotham beat Bay 3-0. But Jordan Sokowitz made 12 saves. She was the top-rated player. The Bay FC goalkeeper, Jordan Sokowitz, made 12 saves. She was the top-rated player on the FOP-MOB lineups.
Even
9.1.
Even with the goals?
Even with the goals.
That's kind of insane.
She was extraordinary. Gotham also had a player debut. Player that some of you that watch women's soccer might know. Grua Reiten. She came from Chelsea. She's a 31-year-old Norwegian national team player. That was a big signing for them.
So they already had big signings. Where's our big signing?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I wish that was me.
Yeah. In all characteristic fashion, Chicago beat Lost Nation. The 2 worst teams, they're still the worst.
I need to make a graphic of the swan, but its neck is bent into an L.
That's pretty good. Jordan Hyde was start off the scoring.
Great.
Yep,
So happy.
She's already got 2 goals.
Good for her.
Atkinson made a double save in the 45th minute, and it was insane. If you go watch the highlights, if you're a fan of goalkeeping, this was an incredible sequence. Boss Nation did not look bad. They couldn't finish. They had a lot of opportunities. They looked a lot like the Reign.
That's the theme of this league, right?
Yeah. So Houston, who we play on Friday, Houston played North Carolina and lost 1-0 to North Carolina. Not a lot to say about this match other than Ashley Sanchez and Manaka are single-handedly keeping North Carolina afloat. Maybe we need to sign Ashley Sanchez.
Isn't that who Pino always wanted us to sign?
Yeah.
Where are they? They're not.
To her.
They're like, they've only won 2 games, 2 draws. They're in 10th place.
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean, it could be worse.
It could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
In my favorite game to watch this weekend was the Denver-San Diego game. San Diego ended up winning 3-2, but Denver was up 2-0 at halftime, and they absolutely blew it playing at home. Kendi Wesley scored.
Good for her. Keeping that momentum going.
Header off a cross. Nice. Or off a corner. But San Diego only won because of a Denver own goal. Carson Pickett.
You need that luck, though.
Yeah, Carson Pickett.
I hate that for Carson Pickett.
Yeah, it was really sad.
San Diego's fucking tearing it up, man.
They didn't look good in the first half, honestly.
But they're getting Macario.
Yeah, they got picked apart in the first half, but they figured it out. In the last match of the weekend, other than the Reign match, Angel City lost to Portland 2-1. Statistically, Angel City should have won the game, but Portland put away their chances. That's all I had to say about that one.
I just wish we were better.
Yeah. We're still in 4th place.
I know. That's what's annoying, is like we've had these opportunities to jump a little bit ahead, and I guess I'm just getting ahead of myself because it really hasn't been that many games.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
I mean, we could be in...
It's fine.
We could be in 5th place by the end of the...
Yeah, tomorrow. Well, the table's looking... I mean, it's still tight. So, first place, San Diego, sitting on top of 15 points. Right behind them's the Thorns at 13. We're tied with the Utah on 10 points. We're below that, though, because of our goal differential. Or is it wins or goal differential first?
I can't remember.
I always forget. And then, like, you've got, like, 9 points, 9 points, 9 points, 8 points, 8 points, 8 points. So, like, everything's very, very tight.
Yeah, and a couple teams play tomorrow on Wednesday, so could we drop even further there? Ooh. But as of this recording, that's where it stands.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about our next match, the Reign play Houston at Houston, Friday, May 1st at 5 p.m. at Shell Stadium. This game will be on Fox 13 Plus, Victory Plus, and if you want to go old school, you can listen to it on the radio at 950 KJRAM.
It's Houston, so there's always a chance of lightning delay, and there is lightning in the forecast, unfortunately.
Thunderstorms in the forecast, yep.
Oh my God, as if, maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it'll be fine. And if we get a win, we get a little bit more rest, right? Right? When's the next Reign game after that? Ooh.
That noise.
Ooh. We need some reprieve. Yeah, okay. So please win the game, because we play Friday, quick turnaround, so maybe a quick response to this horrible result and like be like, that wasn't us. Look at us. We can still win. And then we get a little bit more time off, only to play the Washington Spirit after that. But one game at a time. One game at a time.
One game at a time.
What do you want to see in this game against the Dash?
I'm wondering how healthy Shea Holmes is.
That's it's kind of a you've never been quite the Shea Holmes fan, but
I'm not the biggest Emily Mason fan either.
I know.
And obviously what happened last game didn't work.
Yeah.
I doubt Laura will make a big switch, just because I know that she thinks this is, like I said, uncharacteristic, and she likes to give players a second chance.
It's been more than 2.
But there is the possibility of taking Mason out, putting Holmes in, and then swapping Huerta into center back.
Mm-hmm.
And I could possibly see that happening if we're losing confidence there. But one thing I noticed about watching the Houston game, they looked a lot like the Reign, just with their similar giveaways, and they had defensive organization problems. So whoever fixes that is going to have a huge advantage in the match and will probably win.
I pulled up I was like looking at NWSL stats because I don't watch all these games. It's impossible to keep up with all the teams. I mean, maybe not impossible. It's impossible for me in my life to keep up with all the teams, but it seems like Houston likes to attack too. Mm-hmm. So I guess we're going to get an early test to see if there's any changes.
Very likely.
What already happened. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they can respond.
Yeah.
The thing I wanted to see is, I don't know where Maddie Darlene's fitness is at. If she can start, I would maybe like to see her start with Mercado. I really liked the link up that we were seeing with them at the tail end of this last game.
It looked good.
It did look really good. It looked fun too.
It's like the kids come out and are like, yeah, let's go score some goals.
Yeah. And they're both good.
Mm-hmm. Maddie Mercado didn't have a bad game, but you can't, I don't think you can say that a forward has a good game when they don't contribute to a scoring.
Yeah. And she's like, seems so close to being a regular contributor that if she can ever get that rolling, teams are going to be really, really nervous about playing us. It just hasn't hit yet. Not consistently.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah. And I'm sure Darlene's just hungry to get back out there and get a goal.
It would be the perfect storm.
Well, maybe with the storm in Houston.
Jeez.
Maybe it'll be the right set of events. We won the last time we had a weather delay of disaster. Let's do it again.
Yeah, that's fair. Could be. The team loves adversity.
I need them to love to win with like no adversity.
Yeah, just like regular win. Just a win-win.
Just a casual, oh, we're at home playing Utah. No big deal. We got this.
And then make that like a regular thing. Wouldn't that be cool?
Not like let up a goal in the first minute. That was really brutal to watch. Much like the team, though, I feel like I'm just going to move on. At least if this happens again, though, do you think that's like, what would be the mentality that you would have about this team if this happens again?
I mean, it depends on what you see when the team plays. If the team's going to keep playing this lackluster, just distracted ball, there's something wrong that needs to be fixed. But if the team are trying and it's a close match and they just can't hit the back of the net, that's another thing. So to me, sure, a loss is a loss on paper, but as a fan watching this, I want to see the team put in an effort and act like they want to win, which wasn't really happening too much in the first half of this last game. Happened more towards the end of the second half. Mm-hmm. They just need that energy all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to start meditating like pre-match. Something
needs to change.
Honestly, those Etsy witches were a lot cheaper than I thought. So maybe I'll try a couple.
Go in some poll tabs and then you can use the poll tab money on some witches.
I got my tax return. I can
give back to the witches.
Yeah.
That's really
I got to
funny.
figure out who got hired for the Mariners last year.
Yeah, but that didn't end well. But I mean, for the Mariners, that's about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
So, but something needs to turn this thing into something good.
I want the team to be more consistent. They've been consistently inconsistent.
The same as last year. Where's the I need to see the improvement.
Yeah, we need that like stable mojo every week.
And
right?
I'm not expecting them to like go in and win every single game. That's a bit like just doesn't happen in the NWSL. But to fall off like this in a game from the start, it's
a soul crusher.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel good as a fan, and I can't imagine what it feels like as a player. I mean, they're obviously a bit more control of that and can kind of hopefully take this and flip it. Because if they don't, I'm going to be really worried.
Well, we'll find out on Friday.
Yeah, the good news is we don't have to wait long. So,
well, we might, depending on the weather.
It never ends. I have been enjoying that the games are on Victory Plus. I do think Victory Plus has been very solid. So if we want to have one positive going to this, I feel good about that.
Yeah, talk about something that's been consistently stable.
Victory Plus. All right. Do you have anything else you want to add on to any of this this messiness that we tried to get through of complex feelings about the way this team is right now?
No, I want them to show out on Friday. Give it your all. Do your best. Score some goals.
Yeah, Houston's not some goals. Houston's not going to be easy, so they also need to hold it down in the back. So everyone back there needs to get their shit together. They need to get in sync again.
Yeah, get it together from the start.
I don't think they'll do that again. That's that's not who this back line is.
Well, that's the thing too. Like every time we've seen something that's, at least this season, that's like not great, it seems that they've come out after that with that in their forethought, right?
Yeah.
And they've fixed issues.
Yeah.
So maybe they're right. This is an opportunity to grow. Okay.
Maybe. We'll see. I'll reserve my ultimate pessimism for hopefully something that doesn't actually happen. Do you have any shout outs for the week?
We can shout out Emma Hayes. She was there at halftime.
Doing her little tour of the NWSL.
Still wearing her Hello Kitty hat. I had a good laugh when she walked in. I saw she was wearing it. I was like, oh, I gotta tell Coop.
I thought that was a one and done thing, but maybe she's really into Hello Kitty.
She's rocking it.
She is.
I didn't know Hello Kitty was a little girl.
I spent summers in Indonesia, so I feel like I have a little bit better understanding of Hello Kitty.
I mean, I was into Sanrio, but I wasn't into like Sanrio lore.
I mean, I just like, it would be playing on the TV, like at like my friend's house, who I don't even think we spoke the same language, but
your language was Hello Kitty. We spoke Sanrio.
And it was, yeah, and I guess maybe the Hello Kitty wasn't even in English, but just the sense of it was little girl. I don't know. I was a Pokemon bitch, all right?
Same.
I wanted to
shout outs?
Yeah, I wanted to shout out my my buddy Daniel. He's been doing this funny bit where I've had to, like, I don't know if I've bailed on him, but I've always said like, oh, I can't do this because I gotta watch my soccer game and blah 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 blah. Or like I'm going to Seattle, like I had to postpone our D&D thing because I was coming up for the US game.
And this is the guy that you were gonna go to the movies with that you weren't sure about, right?
Yeah, which I ended up not going. It was awesome.
Okay.
He didn't go either. He had some shit going on. But he keeps doing this thing where he like sends me stuff about, like, he's been like looking up rain stuff. Like just like as like to make jokes. So like he was like, do you want to come to this party? Oh, I was like, no, I'm not gonna go to this party. I'm gonna stay home with my dogs or whatever. And he's like, oh well, it's gonna be all soccer players. And I was like, I'm sure it is, Daniel. I'm sure it is. And then he just starts like listing off. Yeah, Maddie Mercado and Claudia Dickey just visited the spa. They are great. We're having a good time. I think we're gonna carpool to the party. And this man does not care about soccer or sports. And then later he was like, Jordan Bug was just in the sauna. We might hang later. And I was like, the 19-year-old? Oh, didn't tell me her age.
He's trying to be.
I know.
He's trying to find interest in your.
I know,
interest.
it's really funny because and then like he sent me yesterday at 5:12 p.m. thoughts and prayers for Fishlock's rapid recovery. I was like, he's looking shit up.
Yeah.
I was like, good for him. I was like, look at you up on the news. And he's like, well, she just texted me. I just wanted you to know I am here in solidarity. Yeah. And then he was trying to get back to the topic at hand with some plywood furniture he might make for us. And he's like, speaking of soccer, did you see my previous message about plywood furniture? Anyways, I think it's very funny that Daniel is getting into the team without really getting into the team, but he's getting into the team, right?
Yeah.
I think so. He knows names. And when I go and meet with him too, he'll be like, yeah, the Claudia Dickey and me were hanging out. Okay, Daniel. Jeez. It's very funny. All right. I think that's all I got.
Yeah, I want to do a dub pod next week. Let's pray for that.
Please. Maybe I'll go buy like a special beer for the next dub pod, and that'll kind of help our the energy, the good energy we put out into the world.
The vibes.
Yeah. Thanks again to our sponsor, the Doctor's Office. You can go follow us on Bluesky and Instagram at Cooler Guild Pod.
You can send us an email at thecoolerguild@gmail.com. You can also visit us at our main page, where you can also subscribe, and that is sounderheart.com/the Cooler Guild.
We're on YouTube, youtube.com/@thecoolerguild. Wherever you're listening, please go rate 5 stars. It really helps us feel nice about ourselves. Till next time, I'm Coop.
I'm Van.
Stay cool, y'all.
Stay cool.